Hey guys, I got a fun episode here today, and it's about self amusement and just kind of getting in the flow, being fun to talk with people, and sort of just closing out the subconscious mind and just kind of, you know, just looking at everything that's happening in the moment a little bit funnier, kind of like a comedian does. They can sort of slow things down. I think one of the best people that does this right now is Matt Rife. He's just amazing at just kind of picking out little funny things. He'll just ask people in the crowd, and I remember watching an episode. He said he asked a guy about his leg, and he had some surgery where he had a black man's uh, ligaments and stuff put into one of his legs, and then he had a white man's in the other leg, and so Matt Rife was like, "Well, your legs must hate each other," and it's such a goofy thing. It just came out, and he's just very good at that, and he really, you can tell he's just actually really enjoying himself up there. But there actually was a time whenever Matt Rife was kind of like uh, debating on quitting comedy. He was very debating. He didn't. Nothing was working for him. I guess the he wasn't getting the response he wanted, and finally he's in this mode where he's just very free flowing. His comedy is so good. Everyone loves what he's doing. Um, he has this aura about him that he can just get away with saying the most ridiculous things, and that actually should be one of your goals. Really, is to get to sort of this point where your aura is so powerful that you can get away with saying ridiculous things, because a lot of times you will say ridiculous things whenever you're just kind of not thinking about what you're saying. And I get into these modes a lot whenever I'm streaming with my buddies and I'm playing Call of Duty, and things will just come out of my mouth. Like, we had a bunch of teams converging on us, and I was like, "What is this? A Paris Olympic orgy happening?" Like, and there was just like all kinds of crazy stuff happening. They actually created an operator that kind of looks like a woman that's cross dressing. So we were having really fun with that. Um, in the self amusement thing, everything works in your way. So if you can sort of turn it that way, it doesn't matter what's happening, but you're just kind of amused by it. Some guy could come up and just like say something really boring, and if you just kind of look at him, just smile and be like, "Okay, dude," it's all of a sudden he gets a smirk out of it, and all of a sudden there's a little bit of just maybe maybe he didn't get the reaction they want. A lot of people will say stuff and they don't get the reaction you want, and I actually experienced this in my life where a lot of people would try to be looking to get a reaction out of me so much that there was even people almost like more than almost were plotting against me, and I actually had a lot of fake friends around me, and I dwelled on this for a while, and then all of a sudden, it kind of just like this sort of concept kind of dawned on me, and the fact that it's not even my fault. These poor people are pretending to be other people that they're not, and I don't even know who the hell they are. I don't know who you are because you pretend to be somebody else, and I don't really care, really. Who cares who you're trying to be pretending? All that matters to me is the people in my life that are actually being themselves. So if you're pretending to be somebody else, or you're around me because you had a name that was similar, all right, man, yeah, whatever it is you were trying to do, I hope you enjoyed doing it. I hope you got the reaction that you wanted. And unfortunately, they were seeking a reaction so badly that they actually drugged me with PCP, because I was going about my life really detached from people trying to control me in a way. And so fundamentally, this is the way I look at it. I look at it as how these people really were trying so hard to control me, and they were failing at it. And I was going around having so much fun with all these fake people and making them laugh. Myself, I was enjoying, and they were also laughing, I think, because of the fact that I didn't even know they were fake, and maybe it was funny to them. I don't know. I don't see. Everybody has a sense of humor is different, and whatever, if that's the stuff that they think is funny. Hopefully they can find more ways to laugh at. Maybe they can surround themselves around another person that's fake and find that funny too. And um, I feel bad for them if that's exactly what they're continuing to do. I doubt it. I think this was a very specific, weird scenario where where these people were kind of whatever their motives may be, whether it was they just wanted to be funny or in a way. I don't know. I think the motive was kind of money and monetary value. I think they were kind of put up to doing some stuff to mess with me, and yeah, I dwelled on this for a long time, but now I just think it's actually hilarious, and I even talked to my good friends about it, and I'm like, I even laugh about what some of these guys were pretending to be. I was like, this guy was pretending to be this. Like it's so ridiculous. I got people that were trying to pretend to be like my father or my neighbors up the street and stuff like that. I have one neighbor in particular that everybody was trying to be like him. And I think the one thing he would say is to those people is like, I'm the real shady. All the other Slim Shades are just imitating. So, hey, who's like, you guys can always you want to be like the real Marshall, but you're not. I got people that were trying to pretend to be like me because whatever reason they wanted. I don't know. You'd have to ask them. I don't even care what reason it is. I don't know why you'd want to pretend to be. I mean, I guess I do know why you would in a way, but I don't really exactly know why. And I don't care. It's just kind of fluff. It's just fluff. It's in the fucking air. All this fucking random shit, dude. It's just It's just energy that is in the past, and all of a sudden you can sort of hone yourself around your energy right now, and just be almost like a stand-up comedian for yourself. Because when you're going to go around and you're going to talk to people, not only do you have to amuse yourself, you got to amuse everybody else, and hold that frame of amusement. Because why would you want to go out and just have everything be serious? Like, you want to control that. All of a sudden somebody's trying to be serious with you. Look at a way to just defuse this seriousness. It could be even just your aura. You could just be like, oh yeah, oh yeah, you don't like my haircut? Really? You don't like it? So you just got to keep this frame as long as possible. And I want to improve on this too. I want to be able to go out. I actually always kind of had this sort of interest in stand-up comedy, and so I'd like to be able to kind of create this aura about myself that is kind of comedically focused. So, and that's how my streams are kind of oriented towards humor and everything like that. I was joking about something the other day. I was joking about, I forget who it is, some sort of politician or something. I don't know, some public figure that was had a hole cut in the couch, and he was hooking up with his couch, and I was telling my buddies, like, I knew a guy in high school that he cut a hole in his couch, and he would hook up with it, and he'd brag to all the people in high school, and he had a strong relationship with that couch, and it was stronger than any relationship that I had in high school, and I don't know. That was just humorous to me. It's like it's self-deprecating, but also funny because he was having this sort of fake relationship with his couch. It's just funny, and it's who can you blame him? A young guy looking for some cushion for the pushing. I can't really. I mean, it is strange. It is strange, but if you look at that the one way, you can look at it on one spectrum. The one spectrum is, oh my gosh, that's horrible. This man's hooking up with his own couch. How could he do that to that couch? How could he defile his own couch? It's his mother's couch. His mother bought that for him years ago so he could enjoy playing video games on it, and now he's defiling it with his own semen. Or you could look at it the other way, and you could say all those things in a humorous way. It's very simple to go from one end to the other, and just have a lot of fun with all these things, these interactions with people. And I saw somebody in particular, they practiced this where they practice frame control, so that you just have somebody in front of you and you both just talk about whatever it is you want to talk about it in this sort of self-expressive way that you can talk about it. So like pretend that this, this camera is somebody else, and they're just yapping about whatever it is they want to talk about, and all of a sudden you're going to continue yapping about what you want to talk about it, but you also want to maintain that sort of level of interest and expression the whole entire time. And so if you can do this, um, maybe even in a way where you're like antagonizing the other person, that would even help even more, so that you're kind of in this sort of little like little verbal battle, because you're going to run into verbal battles like this, uh, out in the world. And these frame controllers, just trying to control this, so much. Like back to whenever people were trying to sort of, um, surround me with people with similar names and stuff like that. And they not only did they want to do that, but they were like, "How come you can't get this? How come you can't get that? You know that we are around you because we have similar names, or how can you not get that we're phony or whatever?" It's like, I just don't care, dude. I don't care. It honestly, you might have some personal vendetta against me, but to me, I think it's just your own personal vendetta. You're just like within your own mind. You're thinking. You're convincing yourself that you're somebody you're not, and you need to do something to pretend you're somebody you're not, or get a reaction out of somebody, and they didn't get the reaction that they wanted. And a lot of times, these were people that were playing video games with me. They're always looking for a reaction, and they just weren't getting it. A lot of times I'd ignore it, but and then more so now, it's more I use that as fuel, um, as a way to, just have more fun. It's crazy. You can take these people that have they really intend harm for you in a way verbally, but you just think it's funny. It's really just like it's just fluff. It's just a plastic bag floating through the air. Just whatever, man. Whatever. And so you definitely your self amusement probably shouldn't be at the cost of anybody else, really. And that's what the problems with these guys were trying to do this stuff. And it wasn't. I don't even think they can convince themselves that it was really that amusing. They laugh about it, but like certain times they laugh and everything. But to convince yourself that that was all worth it is just, hey, that's beyond me. I don't know how you can convince yourself that spending a lot of time pretending to be somebody else is worth it. I guess, and I think a lot of people even thought that they were doing some sort of good by pretending to be like somebody else, and that's also beyond me too. I don't know how that's a good thing for anybody. And so I don't mess with really anybody that's pretending to be somebody else. Um, Drawing these sort of connections that are trying to draw connections for me. Like, hey, it's my job to draw connections. Don't try to be drawing connections for me. Um, so much that like whatever stuff that they were hinting, they were like trying to lay it out for me, like explain it, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, I just don't care. I don't care enough about it. It doesn't even really matter to me who you're pretending to be. All I can do is control who I am. And I think, honestly, even though these guys drug me with PCP, I still think I'm going to end up with a last laugh, because I'm still being me. There's my whole life I've always been just being me. So that's just that is awesome. If you can just be you, and that's what my goal is, just be me for the rest of my life, and and bring the people around me that really want to be themselves too, and be their best selves. That's what I'm looking for, and I'm gonna I'm gonna strengthen this to the point where it just cannot be affected. All these people trying to be somebody else or trying to go out of their way to mess with somebody. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're suffering from whatever it is. But I can't even suffer from myself from victimization. I'm going through life now that I don't care what you're doing, pretending to be somebody or not. I'm not even a victim of you. I think you're a victim of your own self and your own, whatever it is, whatever reason you're doing any sort of strange stuff like that. You're just kind of a victim of yourself. And if you really need money that bad, where you're trying to, you're gonna drug people with PCP. That's just sad, man. If you need money that bad, where you're gonna pretend to be somebody's friend for over a year, what are you doing with your life, man? That's part of your life. That's a whole year of your life. If you survive to be 60 years old, that's like 4% of your life. You're pretending to be somebody you're not. For what? It just doesn't even. Oh shit! It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But hey, all you can do is keep going, keep doing it, keep doing you, being you, being the person you want to be, and just express yourself. Find some time to just get out and express yourself, and see where this momentum can take you. In your life. Who knows? Who knows where it can take you guys? And thank you so much for watching. I love you. Whatever you've dealt with in your life, find some amusement in all the ridiculous people that have tried to mess with you. It can be a lot. It can be a lot, but they're just goons. They're just absolute goons. So enjoy the rest of your day. Please like and subscribe, and come find me next time on this channel. Peace, and I love you all.